What's up, y'all? We out here at the range again. Range day time, man. We got us some more testing set up. As y'all can see, we got our jelly contraption set up, got our chrono and our jelly blocks, and we're gonna call this jelly test version 3.0 because as y'all can see, not just one now, but two big old clear blocks of gel. So as y'all know, on my last 9mm test, we had a little bit of issue there. Not sure with the HST if it was an over penetration thing or if it was just a problem with the angle. If y'all hadn't checked that video out, I'll put a little link here up above. Go check that out and y'all see what I'm talking about here. But anyway, we got 13 inches now of gel here. So if y'all not familiar with this clear gel, the FBI standard on this clear bare gel is you want 12 to 15 inches of penetration, and that's a good performing round by the FBI standards on 10% ballistic gel. So these are 16-inch blocks, so it shouldn't be traveling past 1, but we're gonna see what happens here. If it travels past 2, we got some serious issues, because like I say, this is 32 inches here. But what we're doing today is we're going to give that HST another chance to see just exactly what went on there and make sure it is or isn't performing well. So here again, we got the HST 124 grain hollow points. This time we're going to use a new contender against it. We're going to use the Federal Punch, and it's 124 grain also. So can't get any closer than this. We're going to run them through the P365 again, so we're going to keep it all consistent to make sure what happened last time. But I'll be honest with y'all, just looking at these rounds here, I mean, there's no difference in these rounds whatsoever. You can barely tell the difference. The head stamps are the same. The casings are the same. I mean, there's virtually no difference in these rounds. The segments look like they're cut just as deep on them. So I don't know. The little pictures here on the box shows them performing differently, but we're gonna check it out. Now, as far as price, they pretty much about the same. On Federal site, you can actually get the punches cheaper right now. But we're going to see if there's actually a difference in these things. They look exactly the same, but let me set y'all up and we'll see how they actually perform. Alright, y'all, if y'all have watched any of these gel test videos before, y'all know the drill here. We always do a 5-shot average chronograph speed on any of the projectiles before we put them into the gel. Now, the HST I've already done. Like I say, check that video out. I'll put a little link up above if you hadn't. Check that video out. We've already done that, so I'll post over here the results on the average on that, but it was 1,031, so I'm not going to bother doing 5 more shots just to shoot them out into the air for no reason. So the HST 5-shot average was 1,031 feet per second. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a 5-shot average on the punch here and see what the speed is on it. So let's see what we got. My chrono's about 6 feet from me right here. So they recommend between 6 and 15 feet. So it gave us a little issues last time, but we're going to see what we can do. So here we go. The Federal Punch 124 grain chrono testing it. 1,056. 1,087, 1,065, 1,067, and 1,087. So that was 5 shots. Only one didn't read that time. That thing's a little finicky. I know what I did on that one, but 1,087 on the last one. Let's see what the average is. All right, that gave us a 5-shot average of 1,072. So they're a little bit faster than the HST. If y'all remember, 1,031 on the HST versus 1,072 on the punch. So 5-shot average on the punch is a little bit faster. So let me get this out of the way and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's jelly time. We're going to do the HST first. Usually I've been, on the last one, my issue was I tried to put it low so I could stack them on top of each other. But this time I'm going to try to aim pretty high because my table's still not quite as high as I want it. So I'm on a little bit of an angle, so I don't want to go through the bottom again like happened last time. We want to make sure what's going on. So HST 124 grain in the jelly block. Here we go. All right, I think that was a good clean hit on that one. All right, y'all, as y'all already saw, I'm sure in that other camera, because I've seen it too now that I've walked up there and looked at it. that HST definitely performed absolutely perfect this time. We'll take a look at it here after we do this punch, but I'm going ahead and saying now that previous test y'all saw versus the silver tips with the HST veering down, you'll take a look and see, and we'll see what happened there. But I would be willing to bet it opened up last time also, but we'll take a look at it here. Let's get this punch in there. That hit about perfect where I wanted to hit, so I hope I can keep this out of the track now that I've already got one track there. But here we go, Federal Premium Punch, 124 grain in the gel. All right, let's see what we got on those. All right, y'all. So I can just tell you now, y'all probably already seen too, we got basically perfect results on both of these. Well, I call it perfect. Like I mentioned before, the FBI standard for bale gel 10% calls for 12 to 15 inches of penetration. These blocks are 16 inches, so the HST was absolutely perfect. If I measure here, that's 14 and a half inches, exactly where that projectile's laying at. So 14 and a half inches on the HST. Now the punch went a little further. It's actually 17 inches, so it's laying 17 inches. So I mean that's 2 inches over the range there that they give you. But is that over penetration? Man, I don't know. This is bare gel. Once you add clothing to the front, which I'm gonna start doing soon after these bare gel tests, I mean I wouldn't say that's any kind of extreme over penetration, but as y'all can see, absolutely perfect performance on both of them. They both look almost nearly identical, to be honest with you. That's the punch on the bottom, the HST on the top. So as y'all can see, nice wound cavities there. They kind of streamline out there and then come to a rest. And now a little bit something interesting on this HST. I'll show you a view from above here. Get you a top view here. So you're looking at a punch on the left, HST on the right. So wound channels very similar, very similar. They kind of thin out there in a similar fashion. And look where the HST stops. I think that's pretty interesting. It's got like a capsule of wound cavity around where the projectile stopped. The punch kept going. It doesn't have that same little encapsulated wound area around it. Now, does that mean anything? I don't know. That may not mean anything, but pretty slick there. And one thing I will say, I'm glad we had this extra block, because that definitely saved the results on this test. As y'all can see, it would have flew on out the back side there. So nice wound channel on both of them. I would say those performed almost identical. But let me pull the projectiles out and we'll take a look at those. All right, y'all, I got our projectiles pulled out. Now after pulling these out, I can go ahead and tell you that there is a difference in these. So HST right here, punch right here. You can definitely see it's a whole different way these things opened up. This one definitely opened up more. I measured them. This HST, the diameter on this expanded round is 1/8 inch bigger than this punch. So you can see, I don't know how well that I think that comes through pretty good on camera even. You can definitely tell there. This HST opened up to an 1/8 inch bigger, and even the pedals are definitely different. The pedals on this HST are much more sharp, jagged pedals. The punch is smoothed out more. Now, that being said, and like I said before, the price on these things that I paid retail were exactly the same price. So, with the performance here, price-wise being the same, my opinion is I would choose the HST. If I had the choice of these two rounds and the prices were the same or practically the same, I would choose the HST. That being said, again, both of these, I wouldn't have a problem carrying any one of them. As y'all can see, they both expanded well. The punch did go a little bit further, as you saw here. It actually went, you know, like I said before, about 17 and a half, or I think that's what we measured, 17 and a half. the HST stayed exactly within the range that the FBI standards call for. So is that a big difference? Probably not. They both made excellent wound channels, had excellent expansion, excellent penetration. Both of these rounds I think are an excellent choice for defensive carry. Without a doubt, I would have no problem carrying either. And like I said though, if I had the choice, I would choose the HST, and I'm glad we redid this test because the HST redeemed itself. As y'all saw on that first test, I went out of the block about where this channel started getting skinny again. It veered down and went out the bottom. So I would say that the HST did perform like it was supposed to. It just I couldn't recover the round. So I think that first test is invalidated after these results without a doubt. So y'all let me know what you think down there. Which one would you prefer? All right, y'all. We had a clear winner today on this jelly test, I believe. The HST, I would have to go on ahead and say it outperformed the punch. Not by much, and I would definitely say there was really no loser. But as for the winner, the HST has to be it. It performed excellently, right in the range of penetration that the FBI standards call for. Expanded perfectly. Like I say, nice wound channel, nice penetration. Now the punch, granted, it did the same thing. It expanded excellent, very nice wound channel, performed excellent, just like the HST. To me, like I say, it would come down to availability and price on it. If they're the same price and they're both available, I'd pick up the HST. If there are huge differences in prices, I'd probably go with the one that's not so ridiculously priced, to be honest, because they would both perform just as great, I believe, in some kind of defensive situation. So I think this gel test was the best one yet. We're learning some things, what to do and what not to do, so this one worked out perfect. So if y'all enjoyed this video, definitely hit that thumbs up, y'all. Make sure you subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Which one would you rather carry? If it was a big price difference, do you feel like me? You'd carry either one unless there was a huge price difference? Let me know though. Would you pay a whole lot more for the HST versus the punch? Would you rather carry the punch because of the little extra bit of penetration? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all y'all watching. Got way more of these gel tests to come. I love doing this stuff. I think it's very interesting. Granted, now it ain't the most scientific, and most of these defensive rounds, no matter what the brand, so far look like they perform just fine for defensive purposes, but we're seeing there definitely is a difference. Now the price is, in my opinion, that's the big determining factor, whether the price difference is worth the little bit of extra performance that you get out of them. So y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching again. Make sure you hit that like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check my Amazon affiliate storefront link down in the description. I always ask y'all, I'm going to ask you every time, if you do your shopping through Amazon anyway, click through that storefront link. You can shop anywhere on that site after you go through that link, and anything you buy, it don't cost you a penny extra personally, but we do get a kickback on the channel, and it does help do stuff like this, so I really appreciate that. But y'all check them links out. Again, like, subscribe, stay tuned for more. In the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.